Have you ever lost a trade and immediately felt the need to win that money back? You take another trade. That trade loses too. Now you increase your position size because you want to recover everything faster. And suddenly, one small loss becomes a much bigger problem. This is called revenge trading. And today, we're going to talk about why it happens, how it affects your decision-making, and most importantly, how you can stop it.
Revenge trading happens when you stop trading according to your plan and start trading based on your emotions. You lose a trade, instead of accepting the loss, your mind says, I need to get that money back. That's when your objective changes. You're no longer analyzing the market, you're trying to prove that your previous trade was wrong. And that's a dangerous mindset. Remember, the market doesn't know that you lost money. It doesn't owe you a winning trade. And your next trade has nothing to do with your previous one.
There are several psychological reasons behind revenge trading. The first is fear of loss. Nobody likes losing money. The second is ego. Sometimes traders don't want to admit that their analysis was wrong. And the third is impatience. They want to recover the loss immediately instead of allowing the trading process to work over time. But here's the important lesson. You don't need to recover a loss today. Your job is to protect your capital and wait for the next valid opportunity. Trading is a long-term probability game, not a race to recover every losing trade.
One of the most dangerous parts of revenge trading is increasing your position size. Imagine you normally risk 1% per trade. You lose. Then you decide, I'll risk 3% on the next trade and get it back. But if that trade loses 2, you've now created an even bigger problem. The solution is simple. Never increase your risk because of a previous loss. Your position size should be determined by your trading plan, not by your emotions. A losing trade should not change your risk rules.
One of the best ways to control revenge trading is to create a predefined stop trading rule. For example, after 2 or 3 consecutive losses, stop trading for the session. Close the chart. Take a break. Go for a walk. Review what happened. The goal isn't to avoid losses completely. That's impossible. The goal is to prevent one normal losing trade from turning into an emotional trading session. Sometimes stepping away from the screen is the most professional decision you can make.
Here's another important psychological shift. A losing trade doesn't mean you're a bad trader. And a winning trade doesn't automatically mean you're a great trader. One trade is just one outcome. Your job is to follow your process consistently. Did you follow your entry rules? Did you wait for confirmation? Did you use proper risk management? Did you respect your stop loss? If the answer is yes, then a losing trade can still be considered a good trade. Because good trading is about decision quality, not the outcome of one individual trade. So the next time you take a loss, don't immediately ask, how can I make this money back? Ask, did I follow my trading plan? If you followed your plan, accept the result. If you didn't, learn from the mistake. Then wait for the next high-quality setup. Remember, you don't have to win back every loss. You simply need to protect your capital, control your emotions, and stay consistent. Because in trading, discipline is not about controlling the market, it's about controlling yourself. Trade smart, stay disciplined. Follow Digital Corner FX for more practical Forex education and trading psychology.